What's going on, everybody? What's happening with you? James Hicks here, Hicks New Media, infotainmentnews.net. Today is the revamp of ITN Live. We are doing a special show because I've got a couple of co-hosts sitting in the wings ready for y'all coming through. I'm so glad my folks showed up. But look, first and foremost, everyone who joins us either live or watches it afterwards, just want to say thank you for, again, your continued support. It's been a long time coming. This particular event has been on my heart for a while and wanted to get it back up and going. And I think I finally found the right platform, found the right audience, found the right capabilities, and it's the right time for me to get back out here and do it. So that being said, let me see who we got sitting in the wings. Ladies and gentlemen, EB is in the building. Oh, shoot.
What?
I see you, boy.
What's going on?
What's going on with you, boy?
Facebook in the house.
Oh my God, we streaming live. We on Facebook and Twitter right now. I hope it's working. You know what I'm saying? But how you doing? You all right?
I'm good. Good. How about yourself?
Am I screaming? Oh my God! You know, I'm excited. That's why I'm screaming. You know, and this ain't coffee I'm drinking right about now.
oh, hey, what?
Oh my God! Hey, there you go. Get Busy Fitness wearing his stuff.
He got the grog.
Yes, I do. So EB, all right. So I got one person on screen. I appreciate you, sir. You definitely. I wanted you on the first show, but I got a special guest as well who. I also wanted people to see and bring him online too. So hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some tall boy in it. God, what's up, tall boy?
Wow.
You know, I used to be on the radio too. You know, so I can talk that madness too.
I appreciate you bringing me in. And since everybody got mugs and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to.
What you drinking?
What am I drinking? I had to just go with the big. I had to go with the big boy.
Minute man.
Hey, you drinking straight out the carton too, aren't you?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. I gotta be ghetto fabulous in Atlanta. You know, we can stay in a little country with the strawberry lemonade. Right. I don't have mugs. I just drink it straight from the thing. So
look at that. He's straight drinking it. That's country right there. Boy.
He got that lemon
country
drink
all the way from there.
I ain't drinking that behind you with the coronavirus. I ain't drinking behind you.
No, I got my own jug. Bring your own.
I love it. So look, take it, folks. As I was saying in the intro, ITN Live, done it before, kicked it off, you know, as either a podcast or as a quick little series. Actually, I want to say a quick shout out to old time partner of mine, Rick Plesky. He was actually an original person who helped me get the show up and going when we were interviewing Olympic athletes about 8 years ago. Right, that's what really propelled Infotainment News to where it is now. So I want to give a shout out to him. Maybe one of these days I get him back on the screen. But my idea had this show. Oh my God, somebody got the audio on. Oh,
that's me.
God.
I got it.
Oh my God.
No, I'm monitoring. I'm actually producing while I'm not producing.
Come on, hey Teddy Riley, you're doing too much. Doing too much. As I was saying,
I'm sorry. That might be my new nickname. Corey Cowboy do too much Sanders.
Do too much. So as I was saying, man, I mean, the idea is to have this show, and today we're gonna go unscripted. We got a couple of topics, but the idea is straight off the dome. We just want to talk. We want to do what Infotainment News is, and that's to provide information, entertainment, and news. I got a couple of other show ideas that I want to kick off down the road, but today I just want to talk to you guys, man. It's good to see you guys because can nobody come see anybody, right? Go actually visit anybody right now. EB, I was probably at the beach today. What'd you get into today?
Yeah, we were at the beach. We were at the beach.
Okay.
We're sitting in the car, but it's all right.
You didn't get out?
At least can't nobody get out, man. It's all taped off. Hey, here's the funny thing is that they have the sidewalks taped off, yet people are still running around the streets of the sidewalk. So you figure why do that?
You got your mask on?
Oh yeah, I got what? I had it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, don't mess around. Get my mask. Let's talk.
What you got? You got a fashionable one too. So see, Corey, we in California, but over there in Georgia, you guys want to talk about that? Y'all acting crazy.
Look, we standing in line for Jordans at the mall. Seriously. And then they did a flyby by the I forgot the actual name of the jets that flew by. They did a flyby yesterday. So
Blue Angel
on one side of town, I don't want to come across racist or anything, but on one side of town you had all the white people out in the parking lot watching the flyby, and then on the black side of town you had everybody standing in the line for Jordan. So it's like
that does tell you something though, right? We might need them priorities right, looking for them new sneakers, trying to get the new drops when
you get yours? You get yours?
No, I don't support Jordan. But I will be watching The Last Dance in the next hour.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's exactly why this is filming right now at this particular time, because I got to get mine in too. But I was talking about Georgia. I mean, didn't you guys halfway open?
Yeah.
So we are open. So here's the funny thing. So Governor Kemp, he has pretty much said that he was going to open up the state. So he didn't give a reason why. He just said this is just what it's going to be. And we all have our reasons. And then what happened was our mayor named Keisha said, y'all ain't going outside. And so what happened was the restaurants, I was just reading an article just now, they said majority of the restaurants have said that they were not going to open here in Atlanta. And literally what they've been doing is you can do a drive-through, but you can't go inside and eat. So yesterday we walked, I'm in a city called Marietta right now, but I actually live in downtown Atlanta, but I'm currently being stationed due to coronavirus issues in my building. I'm in Marietta, so we walked to Marietta Square yesterday, and there was about 4 or 5 stores that were open. And financially, the wine and the liquor store was open, but then like the herbal shop and like maybe 2 other restaurants were open, but everything else was closed.
Okay.
So if you want to go to like a restaurant and eat, you have to go through the drive-through, and that's just pretty much it. And I think everyone's just being very precautious now. When they did open the stores last week, the women were in line for their nails, so they did get their nails done. There were some. But the malls, it's funny because the African American malls are open, but the Caucasian malls are all closed. So they all say Atlanta is a predominantly Black entrepreneurial city where we strive and thrive. And I think that's pretty much what the cause is. Let them go back to work. And everyone is out running commercials, or the ones that are running commercials on radio saying, please stay in the house, and your life is not that important. So some people are listening. Some people are standing in line buying Jordans.
Man, all I can say is stay safe, bro, down there. It's crazy. I even see what's happening in Michigan, right? They out there protesting. I'm not trying to get political or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to do that.
Well, you know what? I think that's a good segue. I think that's a good segue in talking about this, because understanding the biological functions of your body. I mean, think about it. By us staying away from that, from any virus, the flu, the pneumonia, whatever, our bodies don't get a chance to build an immunity to it. I mean, what's your thoughts on this? I mean, how do you feel? I know we don't want to get into like a political thing, but our bodies are designed to kind of take care of itself. What's your thoughts? Go.
I'm gonna say he's putting the butt on the clock. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go, Court.
I think it's a hoax. I think it has something to do with 5G, honestly. 5G. I think that's why I really do. I mean, we have 5G is really strong in my area where I'm at, but certain areas. I really think that this is some type of political ploy worldwide. That's just me personally. But I mean, you're seeing people drop dead, and it's like what we saw the other day. There was a news report saying that somebody got shot or somebody got hit or something happened, and doctors, they were saying the hospitals are being paid to put died of coronavirus as opposed to the actual cause of death. And so to me, it's like, I'm not going to discount coronavirus being a joke, but I do think that I think that there's more to it, and it has to be proven before you can actually go out there and say, I knew it was this, but for the most part, I think that in my personal opinion, I think that there's more to it because, like I said, at the end of the day, I just can't see the whole world just shutting down for something that is this massive, if that makes sense. So it has to be where they had the G7 summit and they all said, you know what, this is our way to roll something out and this is how we can do it. And it's going to hurt a lot of people, but you just don't, it just can't be. That's just my honest opinion.
Yeah, I think a lot of businesses have been hurt by it. I mean, we're working on this LAX airport, and I mean, it's taking its toll on a lot. I mean, I can't even imagine small businesses. Small businesses got to be taking a hit pretty hard. Yeah. But yeah,
Jay,
either way,
what's your
thoughts? Something's going on, and it's beyond, I think, what the common civilian knows about. Right. There's always something going on that's out there that needs to be addressed in terms of the health of everyone and how it's completely shut the entire world down. I'm going to lean more towards science than what folks sitting in Washington, D.C. may be saying, because I have issues with some of the folks that are on that side of in that building. But again, I'm going to lean more towards science and the fact that we do need to take care of this because it has affected people. It has killed people, right? We've actually literally lost folks because of this. It's more than flu, right? Yeah. There is something that's out there we don't have a remedy for as of yet. And, it's hitting home. It's affecting our parents. You see, my dad is commenting here online right now, and that's not me commenting. That's my dad. He's saying things as well. So he's in those vulnerable age groups, 65 to 75, whatever the case may be. So I do hope that they figure out how to control it. I don't think it'll ever be cured, but I do think that we can control it. I'm gonna lean towards science in terms of when everything should be open or not open. But right now, as for me, my house, 4233 Wyman, we stand under lockdown, right? We're not going out without a mask on, and no, it's tough. No one's doing this because we want to, right? It was just my mom's birthday a couple of days ago. I couldn't give her a hug on the 25th, and I gotta give her the virtual pound. But so that's tough. I don't know. Hopefully we're getting hopefully we're getting close to the end of this quarantine lockdown period where we can get back to some normalcy. I know specifically for me and EB here, man, we need to get back to the gym. Man, because I know I'm going crazy without some type of training.
Look at that. So unscripted, and we got another segue.
Well, so we know how to do this. We've got folks that have been on the radio, folks on TV, entertainment
news. With this coronavirus, how is everybody dealing with it? How are you at home dealing with what's going on with the coronavirus? I know at our house, we try to stay busy. We try to make fun for ourselves. We talk to the fam on FaceTime, and we try to do, I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home. How is everybody out there coping with COVID?
Brother Sanders.
Well, for us, I mean,
I know what you're doing.
For me, I mean, it's crazy because I don't really do anything. I can't, I'm a content creator, so you can't really technically be out. And I created 2 projects getting up first thing in the morning. And I think for me, it was the land of the unknown. And so no matter what my theory may be, I'm not going to be stupid and be around a lot of people. So between 7 and maybe 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, I was up because there wasn't a lot. Everybody was sleeping. And I think the DJ D nice mixes were going on to about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So people were still sleeping. And it was like, let me get out. But then after a certain time, I'm back in the house. I think that initial week, first 2 weeks, I think everybody was hitting that refrigerator. And let's call it what it is. I think now, a month later, I think we're all starting to curve that a little bit. As far as my girlfriend, she's an essential worker. She works. And I think that her safety was one of my main concerns. I think when first we were joking about it, and it was like, well, we're going to spray you down with Lysol and we're going to change your clothes at the door. And then, she was telling us like how everybody was coming into the grocery store and they weren't protecting the employees. And then on top of that, people were buying the food out. And so that she, as an employee, couldn't even get the essentials that she needed for the house.
Just for the house, so, right.
Like, well, what are you going to do for the employees? And that was frustrating for her. And, it's like you're pushing these essential employees to a level that they didn't sign up for this. And now they're in it, So now they're in a position to where it's like, all right, they're just now starting to roll out all employees must wear masks. I don't know what they're doing as far as employees getting food. I think most of the shortages that we had in the initial thing of this, I think it was like fend for yourself. So I had to go to the grocery store myself and pick some stuff out. But because I don't grocery shop and she does, she got mad with half of the stuff that was in the basket. But it was like, babe, this is all that's here. What do I do? I think in regards to the kids, it was, we laugh and joke about how the parents don't pay attention to the teachers. And now the teachers are getting the laugh of the butt of the jokes now. Well, now the parents are getting the butt of the jokes. And it's how do you put these kids on a program to where they're still getting their education? What's going to happen with graduation? My girlfriend's son is about to graduate, so there's no graduation for him this year, and he's a 2023 graduate. So the initial was like, what do you do? We're just going to virtually online, and you guys know I'm in the live streaming space. So with that being said, it was like, yes, this is a golden opportunity for me to do this. But then everybody started talking about Zoom and, hey, we're going to do it on our own. And it was like, how am I going to be able to get over there to them and stream your product or your service? And the next thing you know, everyone's like, I got to figure out streaming. And next thing you know, all the capture cards are gone. All the cameras, the best streaming cameras are gone. And it was like, if you don't already have this stuff in house, you're messed up. So for me, it's, well, maybe you heard about all these deaths. So what are they going to do about the funerals? Let me maybe reach out to some of these funeral homes. And the 2 or 3 that I did reach out to, they weren't interested in the service. They were like, hey, we're just going to Facebook Live from our phone. And it was like professional
So that's interesting. You actually, again, being a content creator yourself, you actually reached out to funeral homes in your area to provide your service to them because family obviously couldn't come to your service and you were going to provide that.
Right, because it was all new to everybody. So I've just followed up with somebody the other day that I know personally that owns a funeral home, and they said that live streaming is still not even a big commodity for them. And so it's like they're not even asking or they're not even requesting it. And it's like, well, how do you upsell? You're thinking upsell it,
Right.
But if you already have it in the mindset of your business model, and I'm coming to you talking about live streaming, remember live streaming is new to a lot of people, and a lot of people are looking at it from the standpoint of what is this? All right, well, I could just do it on my phone, but now we're talking about the quality of what you see on my screen versus what you see on Eric's screen versus what you see on James' screen. You can clearly see that my screen quality is cell phone or webcam quality. Eric is on, a cell phone, and then you're using, a 4K camera. So it's like you can see the three different qualities, but I think a lot of people just don't understand it. And it's like, as long as I can see it and I can hear it, that's all that matters. So it's frustrating as a content creator to say, how can I bring money in and sell? But you got to think, does the family want this? Do they even care? So that's something that you have to,
that's pretty tough to kind of charge a family at that particular time. So, that's interesting you say that. So, because we're all in and of itself content creators, right? So you primarily, Corey, from the video side, me from the written side, from the website and everything, and EV, you from the photography side, right? You usually are probably out there right now, either filming with your drone or out there with your models or something, and actually doing on the scene shoots. How has that affected your entrepreneurship? How is this right now affecting your entrepreneurship?
Honestly, I haven't really been able to focus on that. I have. Here's the weirdest thing about working from home. I feel like I work harder from home than I have in the office because, I'm in a position where, everybody needs some information and they need to get that, like yesterday for me, not being able to, kind of touch and stuff like that. But I mean, interesting though, because it has allowed me to sit down and write. So I'm now, that's the funny thing that, we can talk about is, you're the written side. I'm usually like the visuals and stuff like that, and Corey's like the man on the spot. He's out there, but it's made us kind of tap into our other sections of our brain, our creative brains. So I think that's interesting. So sometimes things happen for you. Ever heard that saying? Things happen for a reason. So
hey. I've gotten more honeydews done this particular month than I ever thought I would. But that's true, man. But, and again, that's actually the primary reason right now. So being creative, that's the reason why right now we're going to Facebook and to Twitter as opposed to live streaming to YouTube, right? Because when I will do these shows to YouTube, it'll be primarily for a monetization perspective.
Right.
This show is really for a voice, having some conversation, providing entertainment, providing news, just having a venue for folks to talk about. So, I mean, the whole premise of ITN Live now is really, again, just to provide a break from this new normal, as opposed to like when we all used to go to CES or something like that and walking around the showroom floor and trying to collect content to make money. Hey, Cowboy had us out there with the Clyde the Glide, Drexler. Had us out there with Shaq. Your boy Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
I just found, I just found a picture of you guys with Nick Cannon just yesterday, and I was like, I need to save this. It's in my Google Photos, so I got to go find it. But I just found it, and I was like, I remember that day. I was the one taking the photo, and the photographer was in the
shot. We was there, and I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know if I've ever told you this, right, Corey? Yeah, I brought the crew there. I had Evie there. I had my boy Lance there. I had my wife. I didn't have Jen there at that time, I don't think, but I had kind of the crew there. We had a plan. Right. Yeah, we were going to go hit certain things. Woo. EB go hit like the fitness and the health and fitness area. Get your interview, whatever. Then here come Tall Boy. No. This is what we gonna do. We gonna get on stage with Shaquille O'Neal.
Changed it up.
This quick little segment. Like, how you gonna get Shaquille?
Changed it up.
Corey said, "We family." Okay. Well, yeah. The next thing you know, we over in the little projectors. I remember there were little projectors, and Clyde was in there, and you were over there saying, "I'm gonna go interview Clyde Drexler right quick. I'm gonna need y'all to get this on video." I said, "Oh, you ain't going to talk to Clyde. Showing up."
He was right there.
So you raised, you elevated the level quite quickly there, and I actually had me sweating a little bit. I'm like, oh Lord, do I got the right? I got all the
now, was you James? Come on, man.
No, so there was one video, or there was one segment. I don't know if we did it, if it was the Mario Armstrong one, or if it was Nick Cannon. We was filming, and
the battery died.
Man, I was like,
That was
oh
Nick Cannon.
Lord. Yeah, I said, oh man, we trying to get this exclusive content. We done ran out of batteries. We don't have no SD cards. God, but it worked. It worked. You know,
It worked. Yeah, it worked.
We got some Instagram ready photos and everything, and you know, my kids thought I was pretty cool for a little bit. You know, I'm standing there with Teal and some folks they know. How you know them folks, Dad?
Oh, we wilding out. We just wilding
out. Where Mariah at? What?
Right.
You stupid.
Right. Oh my God. So what else you guys doing? What else you doing to stay positive, stay focused? And you know, I'm more asking for me because I need to hear it too, because I've been in the dumps a little bit, but I'm trying to get right. When you tell me what you've been doing, EB?
Man, I'm really just trying to get back into the exercising mode because I try it at home. I can't do it. You know, people are showing them doing a little I'm not that person. I need a barbell, some weights, and you know. But you know, we're making it happen. You know, my wife has like some ideas, and you know, unfortunately, in the eating department, she takes care of that, so I don't get too crazy. But because I'll eat snacks all day long. Everything.
You got me turned on to, was it the non-dairy ice cream? You got me turned on that.
You non-dairy. And you can get obese eating healthy food. So
got me eating non-dairy. I heard that. But speaking of at-home workout, you see behind me, Peloton.
Yeah.
In a crazy midnight shopping spree, I bought this thing online.
It's like dust on it. There's a little dust on it.
No, brother, no. Let me tell you, I put it to work. Matter of fact, after we get through filming tonight, I'm gonna put me 30 minutes in some good high intensity. So yeah, after it, I didn't drop them nickels on this thing. I'm gonna put it to use.
Yeah, you got to. That's incentive enough.
Corey, what you up to, brother?
Nothing. I don't work out. I don't think I've worked out since 2008, 2009.
I thought you said like 1940.
No, I'm lying. The last time I worked out was September 22nd or 3rd of 2019, because I was getting ready to go overseas. And since I was getting ready to go overseas, you know, you got to do a lot of walking over there, so you got to be ready. And you know, when you eating Twinkies and eating pork chops and fried chicken and sitting on it, you know, and you overseas, and you know what I'm talking about, James. You know, the body, you got to be ready to move. So I don't work out the way I probably should. Nowhere near what Eric does. Like Eric would probably like get up at 6 a.m. in the morning and come on, bro, let's get it.
I couldn't get up before the rooster starts.
Yeah, before people get there. I like going there when nobody's there.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm one of those guys that I don't work out. I get up when I want to get up. I shower when I want to shower, and then it's like, all right, cool. Let's figure out what the day is gonna be. And I watch my girl. She comes home and she drinks a beer, and it's like she's getting a beer gut, and you know, it's like,
damn, calling her out.
Oh Lord!
Well, she knows what it is. She's right here. I mean, she knows what it is.
She about to hit you.
Like, you know what I miss? You know what I miss? Balling on a budget. When you called me and you was in Paris, I was like, what the heck?
First of all, he really wasn't Paris.
Talk about that. I was like, man, there must be pictures in the background. No, he was in Paris. What was up with that? I was like, man, balling on a budget, man. What made you think about that?
Okay, so this balling on the budget idea has always been something ever since I worked in radio. Basically, when they made me the man on the street at the local radio station here in Atlanta, they didn't give me any budget. And it was like, hey, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. You can do whatever you want, but we ain't got no money for you, so you got to figure it out. So one of my first events that I had did was we partnered with the post office for tax day, April 15th. And I partnered with I did a wagon wheel. So that in radio, if anyone knows anything about radio, they have a old promotional tactic was a wagon wheel, get people to come in and find an easy way for them to come in and then come out. So where the 24-hour post office was, you drop your taxes off, and we forced them to go to the left as opposed to going to the right, to where they had to come out, cut across to the gas station, and then they would get a coupon for a free fry or a free ice cream cone. Well, what I did was that Saturday or that Friday or Saturday before, I went and spoke to the owner of the gas station and said, "Hey, do you mind if we could use your property?" And he was like, "What are you trying to do?" I told him what it was. Next thing you know, we were able to get the Georgia Lottery to partner with us. So we got the Georgia Lottery, we got the McDonald's, and then I knew this small business owner that did cheesecakes. And so she was willing to give, she had like a soul food restaurant, but she was giving away free cheesecakes because she was in that area. So it was like, hey, you're dropping off your taxes. So when you drop off your taxes on April 15th, we're going to give you a tax rebate. And so I had no budget. So literally the Georgia Lottery said, if you go in to this gas station and buy lottery tickets, we'll give you a chance to spin for one of our Georgia Lottery prizes. So people went over, they needed to get gas. They needed to get they went on and bought lottery tickets. And next thing you know, the owner of the gas station was like, hey, you just brought some business to me at no cost on my end. Wow. Yeah, you can use this parking lot every year you want,
wow.
And McDonald's was like, when they left, they had to go, when you get on the freeway, well, if you look on the other side of the bridge, there was a McDonald's where I get my free fry and I get my free ice cream cone. Well, you're not going to just order a free small fry or you're going to go get you a Big Mac. You're going to go a quarter pounder. You're going to go get something, a Happy Meal or something. So they were like, hey, you brought us some business. So I was like, dude, we just balled out on a budget. And next thing you know, it was like, you need to do this as a segment. And I was like, yeah. So this has been going on for a couple of years now, but I haven't found a way to just like really just do it. But it's always been a hashtag. So when we went to CES, I didn't really have the money. What people didn't know, people in Atlanta really don't know what CES is. They don't know what the Consumer Electronics Show is. And my thing was, hey man, I'm going to Vegas. I'm about to ball out on a budget. There it is right there. I got another one that might be coming to you real soon if I can find it.
Shaq.
No, that's Clyde right there.
No, the other one. The other one's the Shaq one. The Shaq and Nick Cannon pictures.
Yeah, well, those are separate ones. But anyway, I went out to Vegas and I did all this on a budget, and it was like, you know what? I'm really balling on a budget. Like I came back with all these tech products. And you know how much these tech products cost. So it was like, hey, man, you went to Vegas. I stayed at the Red Roof Inn. And I balled out on a budget. And we were at all these parties. The Monster Party. We were at, what's the show? Showstoppers. We were at all the big name shows. And next thing you know, it was like, ball on a budget. So when I went overseas, it was like, hey, a lot of people want to go overseas, and it's like, this is not as expensive as you think it is. So why not ball out on a budget? And if you smile and you make people laugh, people like you.
I do know one thing though. So I'm gonna put you on blast because you put your girl on blast. Now, we was out there at CES. You can't hang all night though. I remember I think it was the HTC party or one of them parties. You were in the floor asleep. Me and EB and I think even Lance for
what happens in Vegas. What happens in Vegas is supposed to stay in Vegas.
He done broke the rule.
You were sitting on the floor asleep in the middle of the party.
I don't remember that. I don't recall any of that.
Because
do you recall any of this information?
I may have got some pictures, but I'm just saying we trying to go all day and all night. It's 24 hours.
Right.
We trying to use
it's funny because I get up at 4:00 in the morning. So 4 or 5, back then it was 6:00 in the morning. I was up at like 5:30. So because I used to listen to Steve Harvey, and so he comes on at 6 a.m. our time. So my thing was I was trying to listen to the radio back home in Atlanta to stay abreast of what was going on. And you got to think that's 3:00 our time. So we're just now laying down when it's time for me to be up. And then you got to think I literally get off the plane on a Sunday and go straight into the event that Sunday night at the Mandalay Bay, and I don't get any sleep. So it's literally Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, but Tuesday night, Wednesday night is the monster party. You got to go.
Yeah, it sound like what had happened was, and that's all right. Okay. So check this note. I'm gonna do you solid here right now. So speaking of like overseas, AV, I don't even know if you've seen this picture. Me and the family were touring Europe. Was it last year?
Oh, that's right. And you ran into him. Yeah. Right. That's all right, man.
And this man right here, we walked into this restaurant. We were just gonna get a little something to eat, a little family time and everything. Showed up. Corey just befriended the owners and the waiters and everything. They was kicking us down with free food, free drinks. I think we was singing and hugging everybody.
We got a free dessert for Thanksgiving night and everything.
Nice.
It was kind of off the hook. So
I got video of it, Eric. I got video.
You know, we done ran into the man 4,000 miles away in Italy. I said, look at this. Look at this.
I thought he was going to stand me up, Eric. I really thought he was going to stand me up because it was like I'm reaching out to him because I'm thinking we all got phones, and you know he's only going off Wi-Fi. You know, I'm thinking Mr. Techie over there. You know, I'm thinking he's going to swap up.
They said don't use up my minutes. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna swap out the SIM card and I can call him wherever he's at. And he's like, if they ain't got Wi-Fi. So I'm like, dude, where are you at, my brother? Where are you at? And it's like, well, I'm here. And I'm like, well, I just left him over there. I don't really want to go back. So, all right, let's meet over here. And then we meet over there. Next thing you know, I'm in the Gucci store. And we in the Prada store. We in all the stores. I'm like, I didn't even think about going into the Gucci store.
We're not buying though. We in the store. My wife.
Take your Instagram pictures. Gucci.
Yeah, no, they don't want you to. You can't take pictures inside of these stores. They don't want you taking no photos. I snuck one in. Yeah, it was like a wallet alone was $450 just for a wallet.
Wow, that's crazy.
A keychain was $250. I'm like, no, I'm good. Yeah, so that's not balling on the budget.
So were you guys? So were you guys like on the same, like, you know how you go on tours, like, because I know you were. I saw you were in Spain. I saw you were in Paris, and then now Italy. Was that the same trip or was it different time?
So
no, we were there at the same time. Yeah, go ahead.
No. You talking about Eric or Corey?
Corey, your trip, because I know there's one time you were in Spain. I know we were talking. You were talking to me when we were video chat, and you were in Spain. And then you were staying at an Airbnb or something like that, where and we had to be quiet because dude was in another room. I was like, hey, Corey, but so I know you were in Spain and some other places. Was that like one like the whole during that whole trip was that same that same budget?
So exactly. So the first time I did it. I found a ticket for $325 from Boston to Portugal, and I had 9 days over in Boston to Portugal. And I was like, well, while I'm over here in Portugal, I don't want to be in I don't want to be in Portugal for 9 days. So this is what I'm going to do. I want to do something else. And I said, well, what else can I do? What else is there? I had, outside of being in Turkey, I'd never really been in Europe outside of Turkey and Estonia. And so I got on this travel blog on Facebook, BTM, Black Travel Movement. And I started seeing people talk about different airlines, EasyJet, Ryanair, I forgot the other one, Wizz Air. And they were like, yeah, you can fly real cheap. Once you're over across the pond, you can fly for like $30-$40. And so when I saw how cheap these tickets were, it was like, are you serious? I can do this? So that was 9 days. So I said, I'm doing this again. So the next time I did it, I found a ticket to Paris for $255 the very next year.
Wow.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to do, instead of doing 9 days, I'm going to see how long. So I just played with the dates. And next thing you know, I found a ticket for 55 days in Europe. And that's where Dave and we linked up. And I did 55 days in Europe. So it was Paris, Malta, Paris. Then I went to Barcelona. No, excuse me, Paris, Malta, Barcelona. Then Barcelona, I went to Greece. Then I came back to Barcelona, and then ended up going to London, and then I ended up going to Italy and spending out the rest of my time in Italy.
Damn.
And
that's cool.
I don't think I spent over $1,100 in those 55 days for everything.
Damn.
So that's really balling on the budget because James' tickets alone were $11.
Why you gotta say, there you go. You gotta bring up that.
I was gonna say that whole expense sounds like the hotel stay.
Man, there you go.
Damn.
So now here's the cool thing about this whole thing, because everything's about relationships with me. So like you said, the Airbnb that I had stayed in the first time, I think I paid the guy $25 a night for this room. And I was like, I'm only there to lay my head. I don't need this extravagant place.
Right.
So let me just get a room and I'm good. $25 a night, you can't beat that anywhere. Right. I kept a relationship with him, no different from us building our relationships the way James and I met at CES, and look at where it took us all these years later. The guy says, instead of you giving me $25 a night, we ended up negotiating down to $10 a night. So $10 a night just to stay at your house, but we had a relationship with each other.
Yeah.
So he knew me, I knew him, and so for $10 a night, I could stay as long as I really want over here, you know. So I could spend some more money somewhere else, and you know, as opposed. And my thing was, he showed, and because I knew him, he introduced me to other people, and then now, next thing you know, I'm in the clubs and I'm partying VIP. You know, I'm going to different places and I'm meeting the locals, and they're showing me around, and I'm building relationships with people. And then when I took the flight to Greece, one of my college teammates, she played on the girls' basketball team with me. When I played on the men's team, she was from Greece and said, "You're not going to come to Europe and not come see me."
Wow.
So I found a ticket. And next thing you know, I said, all right, cool, let me jump over there. And then I met this girl in some singles group at the time that I was single.
Watch out now.
She lived in London. You stupid. No, it was a bad experience, to be honest with you. So I ended up going to London to go link up with the girl, and I ended up staying in an Airbnb in London. Is expensive. So I ended up linking up with the girl, and everything seemed to be cool. We were having a great time, and we had a miscommunication somewhere down the road on that trip, and it turned out real nasty.
We here for you.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. So my thing was, I had a decent time, but then when I met the people in Malta, I met some black people in Malta, and I said, "This is the first time I've seen black people in Europe." You know, like this is. And they were, and the guy was from Atlanta, and when he said he was from Atlanta. I was like, you're not from Atlanta. That's like somebody saying that they're from LA, Eric, and you're like, oh, you really from Santa Barbara? Oh, okay. No, he said, no, I'm from Atlanta, 285 top end. And when he said that, I'm like,
oh shoot, you know what?
It's on.
Street,
and then his people,
you know about Peach
exactly. Now, see, nobody don't live on Peachtree, James.
Everybody in Atlanta live on or off.
You just walk by Peachtree.
But basically, it was all about relationships at the end of the day, is what I'm trying to say. And because of those relationships, I was able to link up with people. And because of that link, my stay was a little bit more easier because they knew things that I did not know, and they exposed me to things. And now when I go and you come with me, now the show, you know, I can give you a better experience because I've been and they've exposed me to.
Man, you just pitching for yourself there. You just taking all kind of ad revenue from this show right now. Got to talk about. But hey, EB, I know. So me and you, we've done a cruise before. Me and you and Corey, we got to do. I think once all this is done, we got to do something to get everyone together on some type of trip, just to have that time together. We got 3 of the 4 on video right now, but we got our boy Lance. Lance is on
I saw Lance.
Chat. Yeah, Lance over there chat. He moving today, so you know it's virus season, so I can't go help him. But he's out there in the chat right now.
I thought Lance, and it's funny because I never would have thought, because of my hosting skills, I never thought that we would ever cross paths, and we still have it. but his daughter is in cheerleading, and I got an opportunity to host a cheerleading competition. And I really didn't know what cheerleading competitions were. This is like that ESPN, championship year. And Lance's daughter is really into that.
They big time. They big time.
And I'm actually hosting these events, and it's like I didn't know how big that this really was. So one day Lance said that you did this cheer in Alabama, and he was like, "Yeah, we were supposed to come down." And I'm like, "Wow, small world, man, small world."
Oh, James,
let me throw this picture with Lance in this.
There it
is. We see, brother, get a Lance. We see your brother. Put some love out for you. Look out for you.
It's a throwback.
Some coffee. I mean some coffee. I'm sorry, that's what I'm saying.
Look, look at what the photographer is doing in that shot.
He's taking the picture. I'm out there, with your boy Cannon, and he be over there just cheesing, grinning.
He got the camera in his hand, and I'm the one taking the photo.
But we did get you.
There you go.
There we go. We did get you in that one.
And I'm still in the picture.
Is the camera in that shot? I don't see the camera in that shot.
No, I don't think. Dude,
I think he paid somebody to hold the camera that time.
No, I think somebody held it. Somebody held it. I think that's what's up.
Somebody with some non-photography skills, because it's all the exposure is wrong. You can barely see me. I'm standing next to the Twin Towers there.
So what's up with that aperture setting? The Twin Tower.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Oh man.
That's all right.
It was like some Oreos with chocolate in the middle.
You said the double stuff.
And look at the vanilla. The vanilla and the caramel was on the outside.
Dang. He done turned us into treats.
Yes. Lance, we still here, brother. You see I'm putting you on screen. I know you're on your phone, but and in the middle of moving. This is family. If you want to come on video, let me know. I'll put you on camera. I'll do that.
I'll put you on.
And just so you know, it works on the phone because I'm on the phone.
It works better on the Apple products. I'm not sure what Corey's using. I can't vouch for those Android devices. Which
look, hold up, my screen folds out. Now I got two screens.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah, step your game up, big dog. Like, look, he want to switch over to Android.
They done went back to flip phones.
I just want to know. Is that Samsung?
No, sir. This is the LG V60. This is one of the last phones. Don't knock the phone. This is one of the last.
Is that USB-C?
One of the last phones that has the audio jack. So that way, if you want to plug your headset into the port, you can plug it in and you can have your headphones. This is one of the last phones that does that. The cool thing about this phone is, like 2 Chainz says, 2 phones.
Two phones.
Yeah, so I got 2 phones. So this is the actual phone here.
Right.
I don't know if I got it right. Okay, this is the actual phone here, and then it comes with a case, and then the case basically it mirrors this and gives you a second image, so you can pull your apps on here, and so now. You got 2 things. So I can literally be on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, or pull up my website or whatever case, go to Credit Karma on one and then open up.
Go to of all the sites. Hold on.
Yeah, go to Credit Karma.
Right.
Look, go to Credit Karma.
Go to Credit Karma. Check out my
I need to make sure my credit is A1 during this coronavirus. So you can
all the sites
on Amazon and Credit Karma at the same time to see if that's really worth that purchase if you want to do that.
And you said that was LG?
Yeah, this is LG. This is the LG version.
You want to ask him for a check? Hey, you want to ask him for a check since you didn't?
Yeah, since you represent,
represent LG. Send him a check.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You should be branded,
LG.
branded influencer here.
Okay. You're the guy. Like, you know what? See, Eric, let me tell you something about this guy. I don't know how he does it. He gets free hotel stays.
Hold on, let me put you on. Let me make you big now. There you go. Go on, keep talking.
I don't know how this man does it. But see, when I big him up, he puts me on the big screen. When I was bigging up LG, I was on the small screen. I was struggling. I don't know how he does it, and I'm trying to work on the branding side of things. I think I'm good at branding, but this guy takes it to another level, and I would love to know. Like, he says he writes stories. I ain't seen a story yet, but he still get those.
Hey, that's true. It's been a while. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since I've written personally, but I've got some sponsored content creators for Infotainment News, in which we do provide them with a certain stipend and a fee for their services. Now, I put my corporate hat on, when I start talking about cash and Hicks New Media in terms of our financial status and our IRS filings. Thank you very much. What?
You didn't take the PPP. Did you take the PPP loan out? Did you take that out?
No, man, I didn't do that. I didn't do it. I didn't need it, so I didn't mess with it. There you go, right? Don't get it when you started. Hey, don't let this brown employees, brother. Yeah, don't let this brown winery Zinfandel get to kicking in, because I can.
Remember when we started doing the streaming a while back, days back? Now we're bringing it back up. I don't know if you remember, but our first show, was it the first show or second show? And it was a night. It was nighttime, and all of a sudden, who came on? There was like some young kid, some young little girl. Like, I don't remember.
Who was that? Who, you and me, or?
Yeah. No, Corey made him out. Yeah, maybe Corey was on it, but then also was that girl. She's like, "Hey, y'all had a great show."
No. Did you? Was that us, or was that you and Ant?
No,
you and Ant went to because I remember you and Anthony went. I sent y'all to a red carpet event in LA.
Oh no, we did. Oh, that's how I got on it. Yeah, that's how we did the red carpet. We went on the wrong one, but it's a better one. What was that the red carpet you were sending us to with something else? And all of a sudden we got the interview with that was the first red carpet. First real red carpet I did. Yes, that's cool.
See, Corey said I sent them on assignment, and they don't even go. They go to some other venue. I'm trying to get revenue from going to one particular set, and they just go across the street.
We interviewed Chelsea Handler. There was a show called This Means War. And I was like,
I wasn't getting paid for that.
We're supposed to be on this. Dude, they gave us like front and center. We were like front and center right there. Boom, me and Anthony. Anthony's like
prime location.
Anthony's like, Chelsea Handler comes up. She goes, Anthony goes, I'm gangster.
Yeah, that was right. Anthony said, I'm gangster for this. Like, dude.
Yeah. And I was doing it on my iPhone, and that was when it was really first. It was like really starting to take, come out the video streaming, because it was like very few of us that was streaming from our iPhone. Yeah. And I forgot I was streaming on what was that I don't know what the stream thing was then.
Ustream?
Nah, God, I can't remember. It was like, oh my God. But that was a good one. So we had like a little mic, a little lapel mic. No. It was
this was before then.
Yeah, it was way before. Yeah.
This was back in the early days, even before then. I mean, because you and we've used like all of them, Blab, and this was way before even some of those came out. Meerkat. Damn, I'm flashing back.
Yeah, Meerkat, yeah.
Young fellas don't know about all y'all know about it.
Yeah, they don't know about y'all. All they know
kids using now. TikTok.
They just know StreamYard. Yeah, they know TikTok and
all y'all know about it.
But that was a good red carpet. That was a good red. I got some good pictures. Yeah. Chelsea Handler, who's there? Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon was really cool on that one because they had the street blocked off at the Chinese Theater, and there was a whole bunch of people it was like crowded, so they didn't let those people across the street over to kind of like talk to. Dude, Reese Witherspoon walked over there and personally like kind of talked to everybody. It was pretty cool. She was pretty cool. So I've been at some.
Go
ahead. No,
that's how we started, right, Corey? We were on the red carpet for the Internet Film Awards. Was that what it was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
ITN Awards. Yeah, and that's kind of where we did it, right? You were out there. You had your camera, you had your microphone, your boom, and you had your script, and you trying to get on in front of the carpet to talk to the talent. I'm like, man, hold on, brother, let me help you out with it. You're trying to do all of it by yourself. So
I was struggling, brother. I was struggling. I was told to go cover that event and one other event, and the guy that was with me He's actually really popular down there in the LA area, Black Tree TV. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jamal Finkley down there, Eric. But he basically, we collabed in Vegas the year before for another event. And I had just got through interviewing Exhibit, so I was on cloud 9. Like I just interviewed Exhibit. And then now we're coming over here to this IATW awards, and next thing I know, it's like I'm trying to interview these people, but I don't know anything about them. But they were just like, "Hey, we'll talk to you. If you want to talk to us, we'll talk to you." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, let's do it." And I think at that point, I knew, like, you know what, this camera is really powerful, and if you ask intriguing and interesting questions, you can walk away with a lot of content. And then from that time, I think James just said, "You know what? I see what you're doing, brother. I see what you're doing. Let's find a way to connect. Let's find a way to build." And here we are today.
That's right. I remember one interview we that with Corey that I was filming and you were interviewing somebody at CES, and you look so bored. You was literally holding the mic like this. Are you done?
Just give me my free gear and let me go.
But hey, Corey got us some free gear. I mean, what I missed about that too was that, you know, you get your tchotchke bag when you get there, your what they call a swag bag when we get there, and then I think we have more stuff that Corey got us than we got in that swag bag. I'm like, damn.
No,
that was
we
right. Man, relationships is what you're about. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We had the game on point already in the plan, but you stepped it up for us a notch for sure.
Well, the good thing about all of it is you guys all bring something. Everyone brings something good to the table, and so like Eric said, he's into the fitness world. I don't know anything about fitness, but I know how to get in front of that CEO and say, "Hey, let me interview you," and then James can turn around and he can close the deal on the business side and say, use the language that they understand. You know the fitness, so you can say, "Hey, these are the talking points," and then I make it entertaining and say, you know, how does this, you know, why should someone buy this product? And I think they're so intrigued with my height that it's like, okay, whatever you say, sir, you can have it, you know. And it's like, okay, well, this is and I wish that we could have done more of those, if that makes sense. To where we could have all planned out and said, let's make this an annual trip together. And I get it. Everyone has their own thing. Did I freeze up?
No.
Okay. No, I think you're going.
I think everyone has their
again.
No, but you know what? I think actually, because we stopped, we didn't do a CES one time or this last time, and I think I was planning on trying to get to the South by Southwest, and then they canceled that because of this coronavirus. I was like, man, right when you plan to do something.
Yeah, and see, that's how it was with NAB. So what I realized was, I have a partner here in Atlanta who was telling me, Talbot, you have to go to NAB. You got to go to NAB. And I really didn't understand the hardware side of things. So here I am saving up my money to get this equipment. And had I went to NAB and you applied those same strategies that we had applied for CES, then maybe I would have probably been a lot faster with the equipment that I have, because building those relationships would have been great. Now I'm trying to build those relationships, and like you said, coronavirus is here, and you can't you don't even have a contact name to reach out to somebody to say, hey, this is what we're trying to do. Can you support us with that? And that's the hard part. So, you live and you learn, as they call it.
So I think with that being said, I'm gonna commit to finding a way, once all this is done and taken care of, that we find a way to get everybody together and do it again, right? Do those regular scheduled trips to where we all go out, to where we all go, again, leave the house, go together, just fellowship, go out and do some content creation, whatever, either for a particular event. I mean, we had a slight connection at Sundance Film Festival a couple of years ago. We were supposed to go, but that didn't pan out. But maybe next January we'll all make it back to Vegas for CES. But let's make sure we do that. We're not going to stay at the Red Roof Inn. And we're not gonna stay at that other little spot that you had me at that second year after I met you. We was at some.
What was that? Start with the A.
No, yeah, the Alexis. I don't want to put them on blast like that. Because yeah, that's right. You stayed there too, right? E?
Yeah, I was like,
oh my god,
the sink nozzle.
Hey, Jen was not
crooked.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling that place. I can't go back there, man. If I want to keep the keys to my front door, so we had to go to Aria Cosmopolitan. We got to step it up a little bit. I don't know. We'll all chip in. I'll take care of it. We'll provide some economic stimulus. But okay, gentlemen, we've been streaming for an hour. I thought we was only going to stream for 30 minutes.
That was an hour?
Yeah, that was an hour. You know,
an hour. Look at your top left-hand corner.
I still want to talk about the Bitcoin.
I know. So hold on now. Hold on. We can
save it for this show. We can save it for this show.
I know.
James is trying to get off so he can watch The Last Dance. That's what it is.
I'm trying to see my Jordan show. You know, y'all know that's who my first child is named after. So I need to get on that.
Right.
This has been a complete success in my mind. What you talking? I'm trying to close out with some empathy.
I'm sorry.
Damn, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Burks is always in the middle of stuff. You can tell we go back 30-some years.
Hey,
I mean, you know, look at it.
Well, hey, that's hey, you know, when you're saying, why you doing that EB?
That'll be the next episode. We'll talk about that too.
Oh my goodness!
Check it, ladies and gentlemen.
So what's on for the next episode?
Can I speak? Dog, like folks, man. You know, say, can I speak? We gonna do this. We may do this in 2 weeks. We already got 2 weeks on the calendar. Hold on. He's shaking his head. We've already got the agenda. We already got the topic. We're gonna talk about altcoin. So Bitcoin and all the other types of things out there. Mr. Eric Burks right there is going to lead that conversation in terms of how you can invest in some alternative means and alternative currency. It's no joke. It's the real. I watch CNBC God, it's hot in here. Let me turn these lights down. Hold on. There we go. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But I was talking to Corey before we went live. You know, I was planning on not having the show next Sunday because it's Mother's Day, but you know, that might be a missed opportunity to not do that. So we may chat offline and figure out, maybe do something special for the mothers and the mother figures in our lives. And if you guys are watching right now, hit me up or hit us up out on Hicks New Media on the Facebook brand page if you want to be on screen with us, so we can show you some love as well. So we may do a little something next Sunday too. No, but that being said, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Never want to take anything for granted. You are two of my favorite folks for sure. Again, I think this is a success. We're going to turn this into something ongoing. It's not just a one-off, a one-time event. It's not just mine, it's yours. So ideas, let them flow. Let's make this happen. Let's make this for the community. Let's bring cooking with Tammy next time, and let's grill up
with Tammy next week.
Let's do what we got to do. Let's do some what is it? Body rain or the rain body
next week.
What is it? EB?
I
don't. Okay, I got to get it right.
Fitness with Dana.
We there we got body brain fitness with Dana. You know, we got to bring everybody in here. Let's make this a family fair and a family event. So that being said, folks, appreciate you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying this time with us, and we will see you again probably next week. We out.
All right.